Good morning, Yusofians. You're listening to Danish and Elgin on Newsworthy. In last month's episode, we shared on the government's budget for 2019. Here is a response from one of our schoolmates who believes that the government should focus on the environment.
Shivani from 44A shared that the government should spend more on making things eco-friendly in the country so that we can protect the environment that we live in.
Thank you, Shivani, for your insightful comment. Protecting our environment is definitely important for us and the future generation. And now, on to episode 3 on commemorating Singapore's Bicentennial.
Hey Danish, have you been following the news on commemorating Singapore's Bicentennial this year?
Bicentennial? I recall hearing about Bicentennial bonus in last month's budget announcement. We get more money in our EduSave account, right?
Yes, we do get a $150 EduSave top up this year. However, the Singapore Bicentennial in 2019 also marks Singapore's 200th anniversary of the British arrival on our shores. Stamford Raffles landing on Singapore in 1819 is seen as a key turning point in Singapore's modern history. There are exhibitions, tours, talks and seminars which promise a rich feast for the senses all year round.
Oh, I didn't know it was to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Singapore's founding by Sir Stamford Raffles. But why celebrate Singapore's founding by Raffles? I thought it was founded by Sang Nila Utama in the 13th century.
You are right. Bicentennial also pays tribute to some 500 years before Raffles, all the way back to 1299 when Sang Nila Utama founded Singapura. Singapore definitely has a history that dates back to more than 500 years ago. Let's hear what our Prime Minister Mr. Lee Hsien Loong said at the launch of Singapore's Bicentennial on 28 January 2019.
Thus, 1819 marked the beginning of modern, outward-looking and multicultural Singapore. Without 1819, we may never have launched on the path to nationhood as we know it today. Without 1819, we would not have had 1965, and we would certainly not have celebrated the success of SG50. 1819 made these possible. And this is why the Singapore Bicentennial is worth commemorating. We are not just remembering Stamford Raffles or William Farquhar, though we should. We are tracing and reflecting upon our longer history, one that stretches back way before 1965. We are acknowledging and appreciating the broader context which shaped and created today's Singapore. This was our journey from Singapore to Singaporean.
As you can see, the founding of Singapore by Sir Stamford Raffles in 1819 is historically significant as it marked the beginning of Singapore's modern history. It is the turning point that marks Singapore's transformation from an unknown regional trading post to an internationally connected colonial port city, which contributed to Singapore's current position as an economically successful nation-state. Hence, the Bicentennial celebration also looks closely at the 200 years of Singapore's history. Now, let's take a quick look at Singapore's history.
Oh, I get it now. So, commemorating Singapore's bicentennial this year enables us to recall 1819 as one of many markers in history and to reflect on Singapore's history in a broader sense. I remember how we celebrated SG50 in 2015, where we celebrated our 50 years of independence. There were so many activities organized the whole year. So what can we look forward to this year's commemoration?
Well, there are a few highlights. For example, you can embark on AR experience on your journey along the Singapore River to revisit significant events in our history and meet the early settlers who call Singapore home. All you need to do is to download the Balik SG app and you can enjoy the experience with your family and friends when you are at the Singapore River. You can find out more about Singapore's bicentennial celebration and the different activities available for the entire year on our newsworthy board at the foyer.
We hope you've learned a little more about Singapore's bicentennial from today's sharing. In your opinion, what other factors contribute to the success of Singapore as a nation? Share your response with us on tinyurl.com/newsworthyep3. Do visit the foyer for more details about the Singapore Bicentennial commemoration and take a look at some of our schoolmates' historical investigation work. We look forward to hearing your thoughts and including them in next week's broadcast. Also, we are looking at recruiting a team of dedicated videographers, video editors, and news anchors to join us for our monthly newsworthy production. If you are interested, please fill up the form at tinyurl.com/YISS newsworthy. Thank you.